All right, we're live on Facebook for tonight. So welcome everyone. We're super thrilled to be here again. And yeah, I'm together here with Patrick.
Hi.
And we prepared a slide deck for tonight because we want to talk about how to create more time for your passion or how to create more time for your horse passion. And, I did a very interesting survey actually because I was just curious because you and I, we both struggled with time when it comes to our horse passion. So, I actually did a survey and 255 people answered. Of course, this I don't know. They're very mixed backgrounds. It's a very international audience that replied, but it was really stunning to see that actually 69% of horse owners, they replied, yes, I'm struggling with time. So that's very interesting. And if we go a little bit more deeper into the statistics, then actually because there were 23 people that were non-horse owners, of which still 17 of them said they were not struggling with time, but other 6 were saying they were struggling with time. So even amongst people that are not horse owners, they also struggle with time. And if we would take those people out, then we actually end up with 69% of horse owners that they are lacking time. And I was like, okay, this is really crazy. And also kind of comforting just to know that, we're not alone in that. Then I also found another interesting article that this was a research that has been done in the US from the ASCPA. I don't know if you know that instance, Patrick, but
No, I haven't heard from it yet, so it's interesting to see actually.
Yeah, I also put in the link there, but yeah, basically the points or the interesting thing here is that horse owners' lack of money and time are the key reasons that horses become unwanted. And I think that's very relevant here as well, because if we're struggling so much with time, then it's mostly in when we grow up and on these important life junctions, we start to work, we start to buy a house, we start thinking about children or having children, studies even, we are going abroad or whatever. Those are all crossing points in life when we feel that, okay, lack of time is pushing us back in life. And I think that's very, very interesting just because we know that there's a solution to that, and in that way we can keep our horse passion alive, and we are super happy to share that with you. So yeah, that's also basically who we are and what our mission is, because we both been there too. And we are presenting ourselves with our mission to help other equestrians with lack of time. And yeah, I think that's the most important thing you need to know. You can ask us every other question as well later in the Q&A or just in the chat. It doesn't matter, by email, or you know how to find us. So I think it's just important to know that we are dedicated to help other equestrians with lack of time problem. So if we are thinking about, okay, what are the options to create more time? So when I go back to my if I look back in the past, what I tried is, I tried working less. So that means instead of full time, just working like 4 days. But the problem is that, I was having my own housekeeping, my own income, etc. So it immediately has an impact on your income because, of course, you're earning less. We all know that horseback riding is quite both time consuming, but also quite expensive. So that wasn't really a solution, basically. So yeah, I also tried doing my best to have good studies and try earning more, get promotion, but even then the gap is still too big in order to really free up your time by just working less with just like that. So then I was thinking, okay, how can I solve this otherwise? So I thought about an equine career, and I think, Patrick, you've got also some experience and so on in that. So
I always wanted to start in the equestrian field to build up a career, but in the early beginning, when I still was back in school, high school actually, we had those internships that we can do and see, you know, what kind of job fits you or the job that you are interested in. We're just doing an internship there for 4 weeks and see if that's going to fit you or not. And since the beginning, you know, everybody said, well, you want to have a career in the horse field, that, you know, think about it again, because you have to work hard and there's little in return, and you basically have to work your butt off to make a good living. And back then I was I think 16, so it was almost 17 years ago. And it was just like, oh wow, so this is something that actually kills my passion, to be honest, because I always thought about that, and I just love enjoying, you know, being surrounded by horses. And yeah, since that day, I can clearly remember that I was just like, oh, should I or should I not? Because I was told that it's so hard to get not only in there but make a living out of it. I thought, okay, let's get the typical career path and just get a normal 9 to 5 job. So I ended up being an occupational therapist, which is I love about as well. But um, I just never looked back into, you know, getting a career in horseback riding. I have an own horse, and, you know, spend it most likely as a free time. Um, but making money out of that, I was out of my mind, out of the question. Since then, the digital world has just you know, expanded and changed a lot. Looking further into that, on how to make money online and create just basically the time that is necessary for you and your horse, brought me eventually here. So that's where we are now.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, so indeed, as to wrap up option two, basically, yeah, an equine career was not really giving more free time either. It was not solving the problem, because in fact you did combine a little bit with your passion, because you are of course working with horses, but then you know you have to work 10, 12, 14 hours a day. So that means, when are you going to ride your horses? And if you know that you still have to eat, you still have to eat, sleep at least 7 hours or so, you know, so it's not really solving the problem. And then, yeah, option number three, for instance, I also became a horse instructor. So I thought, okay, well, then I can do like a hybrid form of, you know, still being an employee and then also on the side be a horse instructor, so that I can, you know, teach other children to how to deal with horses and horseback riding, etc. But, you know, it was also not lucrative enough to really free up time. So it was just basically not solving the problem either. And yeah, well, then we have another option, because of course that's only solving the problem of the fact that your horse is kind of, you know, it will always take a lot of time. But, and that's, you know, that's that you can create, you can get a co-rider for your horse. But that's not really what we really want, right? I mean, it's not solving our lack of time problem, in the sense that we want to spend more time with with our horse, not less. So in that way, it's really actually not solving the real problem. Yeah. Then another thing, well, a lot of people, they say, yeah, if you want to learn earn a lot of money very quick, you can start trading. But to be honest, I think it's super risky. It's not something that it's like gambling almost. So to me, you know, it's good if you have a little bit of money that you can do with that. But to me, at least, I'm really not comfortable to do that for a living. Also, I don't like to do that for a living, and it's not a secure income or so. So you cannot really build a life upon that.
I think a big factor about that is just taking control of what you do. With trading, you are not in total control, and also with starting your own you know, business from your skill, you are in 100% control of your own things. in your own business. So you can basically do whatever you want and feel comfortable with it, because trading, like you say, is just not 100% to go.
Yeah, indeed. Thank you for putting it that way, because indeed it's in, just as you're saying, it's not in control. So yeah, I think that's you cannot really build on that.
Exactly. And I mean, what we lack, like as an employee, we are more or less out of control of our own building, like business wise as well. And I think that's what we all want at some point, right?
Absolutely. So if you know all these options, they led me to realize that I was, you know, looking for solutions, but but I was not really understanding the real problem. So what the real problem is that well, we were trading time for money. So what we mean by that is that, you know, as long as you're actually working at a for an hourly rate, then, you know, time will always be a constraint. You will always be trading your time for money, just literally like that. And as long as you're doing that, you'll always keep this feeling of that you're struggling with lack of time, because your time is money, basically. So 1 hour of work is 1 hour of income, whatever that means to you. So we basically that's a very important thing. And I was so caught up in this. And, you know, there are also super interesting books out there, like, you know, from Robert Kiyosaki and yeah, I don't want to, I can share that later as well for people that are interested. But, you know, the thing is that if we really want to solve this problem, then we have to look at solving this real problem. And how can we do that? It's actually by breaking out of this time and money constraint. And, you know, just to take a very, it's put here super simple, but what we need to do for that is, you know, if we just take a simple example, and for instance, selling something in an automated way, let's say a book, whether it's written by your own or by somebody else, it doesn't even actually matter. But, you know, if you put the effort in one time and you know how to sell online, then you can automate that process in a way that you can sell endlessly. And if you are taking that back to our initial problem, that, you know, we want to break free out of this time and money constraint. Well, the interesting thing is you have to create, or, you know, set up your system, your selling system for that book just once. And then afterwards, you can just sell endlessly, because you can automate that part online. And that's super interesting, because of course, that means that you don't have an hourly rate anymore, because you can just scale it up by creating new, depending on which online system that you choose, of course, but you can actually scale it up by automating that. And that's super, super interesting. So
can I just add something to the word sell? Because a lot of people are just basically, you know, they're stepping back if you're going to hear sell and you're going to make a sale. It's a scary word itself, but what I have learned since I am an online business owner, that selling has not to be like cold calling. Like Loes, you said, you can write a blog post, you know, recommend your ebook in there, or your service that you want to provide, and write a nice article about how you can help people, or how your product makes a difference in somebody else's life. This is nothing like hard selling. It's just more likely recommending and building a community, which we eventually gonna want to achieve.
yeah, absolutely. That's a good point, because basically everything is going on online, that is actually a requirement to automate it, because otherwise it's not possible to automate that also. Yeah, good point. So, I know that some people, they may think like, okay, ooh, how is that possible? Well, it is possible. And, it's basically called building up your digital empire. So, well, I put in here, and welcome to the digital empire. But, this is why, generating a passive income online is quite hot actually right now. I am quite sure that everybody that has been looking or is already aware of, that it's possible to create an income online, they have probably seen or at least got to know some some ways to do that. We all know, for instance, that with YouTube, for instance, it's possible to create an income just by posting YouTube videos, and other people, they place ads on your videos so that you're getting an income from that, and you're not even you don't even have to sell anything. Basically, you're just getting an income by creating your YouTube channel, and it can be as simple as that. So that's why I initially said in the previous slide that it depends a bit on how you choose to add value. So it could be like creating videos, and creating a passive income online is actually another. Is also known as starting your online business, and it's for some people that can sound like, oh, that's quite hard or that's quite heavy, but actually it's not. I mean, if you've got your own website, then you're already eligible for an online business, basically. And then, of course, I mean, a little disclaimer here, it depends also on the regulation for your own country. I mean, but still, those are things that are quite easily managed normally, because that's really not some, that's like one Google search away, so that shouldn't be holding you back, at least if you're interested.
Thank Google.
Yeah, exactly. So then we actually, we're reaching the end of this presentation, at least, because we've got a Q&A at the end as well. But you might also be thinking, and I mean, we understand that, why isn't everybody doing this then? And, the thing is that it takes passion, spirit, and perseverance. And maybe, Patrick, you want to add some other things to that as well. But, in essence, what is really important is that you have to add the value to your niche. And like, for instance, for us, we really want to help other equestrians create more time for their horse passion. So that's our niche. But of course, and we are passionate about that. So we love to hold these webinars, to help other people, to coach them, to to help them, basically. But if you're not doing or building your business around a passion, then it will be very hard for you to create content or to add value to that niche, because it also means that you have to know and you have to know and share value within that niche, basically. So yeah, if you have to do something if you have to share content or adding value in something that you actually are not interested in, then it will be weird, because then you might as well keep a job that you don't like, so that doesn't make sense, basically.
I think, or I feel that a lot of people, especially, because equestrians, we are just, working hard, and we are having a lot of, limited time, that, coming home and relaxing a little bit is just, it helps, and it feels good. But what it doesn't create of relaxing after hard work is to have a better future in the outcome. I'd rather spend, educating myself about my online business opportunities instead of watching a 2-hour Netflix movie. I have to admit, like, I love watching Netflix sometimes as well, but I can prioritize my work and what eventually gives me some money and creates me an income, and work on that first, and then have that time to set back and relax, watch a movie, and or spending more hours at the horse. People make time for things that are important to them, And if freedom and time is important for you and you want more, then you will find it important enough to work on your business eventually and find a way and create your niche, and speak to them, because it's scary at the beginning. It takes a lot of how should you say, it takes a lot of the word is missing, yeah, perseverance, and also, you know,
Courage.
you have to be a little bit tough to yourself to realize, okay, this is your chance, and you can make it work, you can make it successful. It depends on you, of course.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's a good bridge also to the second point, because, you know, a lot of people, they are letting themselves down because, or, you know, let limiting beliefs hold them back. And, you know, with ideas like, well, I don't know about technical stuff, or I don't know how to set up a website, or, you know, I'm not technical, I don't deserve that, or what do I have to tell, or you know, all those kind of things. But I mean, that's basically something that you have to get over with. You have to stand up for yourself. You have to know, okay, what do you really want? How do I want to show up? How can I add value? And I mean, everyone has value to share. Everybody has strength. Everybody has a unique gift and is good at something. And I mean, that's why you have to, but generally speaking, what you are passionate about is probably what you're good at. So that also means that you can help other people with that. And, you know, then it's just trying that out, seeing how people react to that. And if you know, you'll sooner experience that you'll be helping others, and then you're getting confident. And I think that's important for your spirit or your mindsets. And then you can, you know, you can really start achieving very good results in that, and start creating your life with a lot more freedom for your horse passion or whatever you like to do. And that's also, the third thing. A lot of people, they already quit before they succeed. I mean, it's not a get rich quick something, really not. But it's also not that it takes years, especially also not the case. But of course, you do need to be able to you know, put some effort in that. I mean, you have to learn how to set up an online business. You have to know the basics, and then it's just like you have to start adding value to that. And there are people that are, you know, had already a full-time income. They could leave their job in like 30 days. But, you know, there are others that it took 1 year or 2 years. I mean, it's just like how much time are you willing to invest in it, and how quickly, how driven are you to achieve your freedom? And you know, if you don't like, if you're by nature a little bit risk averse, I mean, you don't like to take much risk, you can also just start up your online business alongside your current job. And I think that's how we both did it as well, because we felt comfortable doing that. And yeah, I think everybody has his or her own way of doing that. And I think that's really what separates a good entrepreneur from an unsuccessful entrepreneur. And that's, you know, lack of passion, spirit, or perseverance, one of those three. And you really have to have them all three, otherwise your business will never take off. That's my belief, at least.
No, I agree with that 100%. And I mean, just a friendly reminder to you guys, we are here to actually help you along the way. So you're not alone, you're not risking or losing anything, because we will be by your side.
Absolutely. So yeah, that's really very important to know. Exactly. So if you are thinking that, well, I have to think about it, how do I know if this is for me? Well, we're sharing a lot of free material in order for you to get a bit more knowledge and background in how to start an online business, which business models that there are. We've done a lot of other webinars already. You can watch those recordings as well. And, you know, we are just yeah, we are of course here for you. We are here for you every single week, and I think it's important that if you're interested in that, just take action in the sense that if you already know that how it all works, then you should be able to create a decision, to make a decision. And if you're not sure about what it all implicates and what it all means to start an online business, or how easy it is, or how just ask us to send us some extra training material, or and then we can help you further from there, and then it will enable you to take an informed decision based upon your knowledge and also your intuition, because of course your intuition is very important, and you have to feel good about it. You have to be able to see the potential here, what you can really achieve. I mean, it has a lot of potential, starting an online business. I mean, creating freedom, and well, basically what we have to offer in that is threefolded. So first of all, we have a lot of interesting education that will help you step by step. Secondly, we've got a great community worldwide. So like we also have in different countries, there are meetups. Like for instance, here I put a picture here from a Dutch and a Belgian as members meetup basically. And we're always helping each other. And then thirdly, we're also here within our equestrian niche to also mastermind and coach you and guide you along this journey.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, you guys, you already have so much free things that you can start out with, that we are giving you for free, just to get an impression about what you can do with your skills. I mean, the education program itself, the all-in package from mentors, is there to set you up for success, and you get a customized blueprint and use our automated online business system. But if you haven't signed up yet, you have tons of free value that we are giving out, and I highly recommend just maybe rewatching, if you haven't done so, the videos about how you can make money online. There are 3 different approaches, and beside that, if you really feel sure about that, then of course you get access to all the members and all the courses and one-on-one mentorships with the all-in package.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, then the second part of our webinar is actually to answer some Q&As, because we've received a lot of questions last week, right, Patty?
Yeah, I did make some notes and did write down all the questions that were sent to me. I don't know how about you. So let me...
So I think, it's just important to know that we are here for you. So if you also have other questions, you can type them in the chat. And in the meantime, we can have a look at the questions we received this week.
So I got a few. I got a few questions via email. I don't know if you have your question from your list. So the people that are basically asking or were asking throughout the weeks, because I did let them know a week ahead that we are going to have this live webinar today. And I have 4 in total that were sent to me via email, and others via Facebook. So if you want, we can switch, or I can just read the first and we can just...
Yeah, I found the question, so I don't know. I can read the question and you can answer them, or what do you prefer?
Yeah, well, yeah, you can I can read the question, or you can read the question, and we can just both answer, like whatever comes to our mind.
Sure.
Okay. So, yeah, first question from John. He's from Boston.
Mhm.
And his question is, how do I get access to the worldwide community for members? And I think that's just really what we just described. That for the access to the worldwide community is that you have to be a member of our all-in package about the all education that you're going to gain basically because it's a valued packed education that is not for free. It has its value. That's why it's a paid membership. But after you have purchased the all-in package for 99 US dollars, then you have access to absolutely everything, not only the live calls we are attending here, but also much more
Yeah,
courses.
exactly.
And exactly. Yeah, you want to add something?
Well, no, I think that's yeah, sufficient or clear for now.
Yeah. I mean, if you have any questions, John, write us back and we can further clarify. But first of all, we both refer to the all-in package because that's where you have everything together in one
Yeah.
place. All right. Next question. Okay, so Lena from Austria is saying, I followed you guys because you both like the equestrian sport. Thanks for being so valuable to me because I didn't even know that you could start making an online income as an amateur rider. I have been with mentors for 2 months now. Any advice on what I should focus on right now?
Yeah, well, first things is that completing the modules. I think that's the most important thing. So if you're already in the all-in in package, there are 7 modules included in there, and those they take you step by step how to discover what your niche is, how you want to offer, which business model that suits you best, and how to set up your website, even also just step by step. I think you're on the perfect way. If you've got already in module 2, that's perfect. I think yeah, you're just taking the right steps, and I think there is what you should focus on. And in module 3, you will be creating your website, and basically after that, you'll be kind of getting ready to start online while you're learning. So that's earning while you're learning. So yeah, I think you're doing great. If for whatever reasons you do feel like I'm insecure, or I'm a bit lost, or I don't know what happens, then you can always reach out to us in our weekly coaching webinars, and or ask us any questions, or also within the community you can ask your questions there. So we're always here to catch you when you fall, and to provide you guidance and feedback.
Exactly. I couldn't have said it better. All right. Next question. Andrea from Germany is asking, how can I be sure that I will make money online? So I think that's basically a question also referring back to an Andrea. I mean, what are you sure about in life? And I think it all depends on the action that you take. And I mean, making money online has not been done since yesterday. Everything is expanding and developing itself so fast right now, especially in 2020, that everything is just boosting and booming online. And we just have to find our ways to basically create money online. And we cover basically everything that can be done online, on ways on how to approach it and make your first money online. It doesn't have to be like tons of money, but if you're going to gain your first $100 online, you already see that you can make money online. And it is a safe platform, and basically that we also teach you how to stay safe in the World Wide Web, and how you can basically identify things that are legit and things that are maybe not a good thing. and you should be cautious and pay attention about those. Like, this is something that we have you covered with. And I think the question to you making money online is if you take the action and if you are willing to learn new skills, you will make money online for sure. But I cannot tell you that you're going to make money in the next 30 days. It all depends on the person who's taking action, of course.
Yeah, indeed. I think what my short answer would be, indeed, you've mentioned all three of the steps, but indeed my short answer would be step one, get knowledge how to do that. Step two, decide your strategy, how you want to approach it, which of course stems from point one, getting the knowledge first, and three, take action. Those you actually mentioned all those three, but that's to just wrap that up, that answer to the question. Because if you indeed if you just keep going and you just keep trying to add value and just take action, then it will follow automatically, because that's just how it works, basically.
Yeah. And I mean, the best program ever in this entire world cannot guarantee you anything, because if they can guarantee you that you will make money by tomorrow, this is already, I should be cautious about that with that sentence, because it's just not realistic. And I mean, that's what we are here for, just showing you how to do it in a professional way. All
Exactly.
right. Next question from Erica. She's from Sweden, and she says, "Hi guys, I love cooking, but I don't know how I can make an income with an online business. I do equestrian on the side, but my pure passion about is cooking. Where should I start?" Um, Interesting question. So I think also, if you have multiple passions, you can always combine them. I have seen a lot of people, equestrians online, that are basically selling treats online for horses. So if you like cooking or baking, why don't you do some horse treats, for example, and market your own small horse bakery. And that's just a random idea, but something that would pop up right away. And I mean, just like a summary for everybody here: no matter what type of passion you have, either in the equestrian niche or outside, you just have to learn how to use your skills online and gain knowledge about that, about a product or about a service, about a marketing technique that you educate yourself about, and start sharing what you have to say, because that's the most important part for having an online business.
Yeah, exactly. And I think it's important to know that from every passion, you can create an offering from that, whether that's an online course, whether that's a book, whether it's a YouTube channel, to go back to that example. You can create anything as long as you're adding value, and you can find people that are interested in that. Then that's great. I mean, indeed, as you mentioned, a food bakery, or create your own product line, maybe. I don't know. So you can indeed in horse treats, or like nutrition, maybe.
Reminds me of Victoria was her name at the with the herbs, right?
With the herbs, yeah,
Yeah.
she had her idea in she's got a lot of experience in healing as well, people as well as horses, and as dogs, cats. I'm not sure. I thought so too. With herbal spices and teas, something like that. And she was thinking, okay, how can I create an offering of that? And well, she's got a lot of options there. She could think of about her recipes, or indeed a book, or create a course on that, how to define what problem needs what recipe, for instance. Or she's got many things there. So I think it's just you have to get knowledge in terms of what's possible, and then you can start thinking, oh yeah, okay, I can do that, and then I think it's just very valuable if you've got a business idea. We are here to mastermind with you, to to think together with you, yeah, I think that can only be very valuable in order to get clear on your business idea and to move forward with your business. So
I agree. I mean, the biggest challenge is fear in everybody of us, but that's what we are here for. Because we have been through it, we talk firsthand out of the experience. So don't be shy. Next question from Christian. He's from Belgium. So his question is, does it matter where in the world I am located if I want to start with you guys?
of course not. No, because everything is online, so it's accessible anywhere, everywhere where you've got a device, basically with internet. You can start. Basically do everything. That's actually the nice thing of starting an online business. You basically need a laptop, or even a tablet or a phone. You can also do it like that, and that's it. But it's kind of like a mini computer, so in that case it's still a computer. Okay, so leave it aside. Yeah, it's super nice. I mean, you can be traveling, you can be sitting in a bench in the park, or whilst your horse is grazing in the meadow. Yeah, you can do it from anywhere. Of course, you do have to have an internet connection.
That's the only concern, right?
Exactly.
You have to have internet.
Yeah,
exactly. So yeah, I mean, you don't have to download anything, or you don't have to install something. You just need access to the internet, and you have access to all the modules basically that we offer.
Yeah, and I think that's also super interesting, because we've got a lot of mothers that are also struggling. Like, they also have a horse, they have a partner, they have their housekeeping, and then kids. And then it's almost. So we often see that the best friends is going to stay in the way, or the horse. I mean, meaning that of course the horse gets less attention because the mother can only ride when the father's at home or whatever, because he has to look after the children and so on. And I think it's just very a very good way, that because you're always able to work from home, it's easier to combine. You don't have the commuting, you're just like very independent. And I think also in these uncertain times, that's in and of itself already super, super valuable as well. So
yeah, no, I totally agree with that. And next question. Next question is from Josephine. She's from Algeria. She already has a website, and she's asking, will this help me to get more customers?
Is a website going to help her with more questions?
So apparently she already has a website, and I assume, is asking if this program, or basically the education that we offer, will help her to get more customers.
Oh yeah, of course. Because we it's helping you set up your online business online, but there's also a lot of dedication to the selling part, and the marketing part online. So that's what also makes it interesting if you are already like have a horse related business. For instance, you're a vet or a farrier. That's also very interesting, because then you just these people often, they don't necessarily have those skills, and then you can grow your current existing business online. So I think that's you can grow online, you can transition to online, or just completely start from scratch, to put it simply that way.
Yeah, and we cover actually everything. I mean, it's if you already have a website, you can also, if you want, take a look at it, and tell you what to be, how to pursue online or rank on Google, make it SEO proof, and things like that are important basically for your own website, and help you with that you can rank higher and get more customers as well by sharing value. And these are things that we are going to cover basically. If you have further questions, just let us know.
Yeah.
So these are all questions that I got. So if you have any more questions that you got, I think I'm covered here from my side. So thank you guys for sending them out to us. And
Yeah, so I think maybe to wrap up. So today we discovered, okay, why an online business basically helps us create more time for our horse passion. But as we also know, and we know that also from our own journey, what's holding people back is their mindset of limiting beliefs. And I think it's interesting for us to dedicate our next webinar on that. How to get over these limiting beliefs, how to deal with fear. What do I need in order to shift my mindset to a more entrepreneurial mindset? And I think that can be a very valuable next step. If you've got any other suggestions or ideas, we're always here to hear them out, and maybe we can shift our topics or involve it at least for next time. And I think we're done then for today.
Exactly. So we will publish these webinars, of course, on our site, and hopefully everyone is covered by now. And feel free to reach out to us throughout the week so we can cover the next questions on next Monday's call.
Exactly. All right. Thanks a lot, everyone, and see you all.
Thanks, everybody. All right. Have a good one. Bye.